whenever I'm making a design, it has to be something that can be worn internationally.
Karma t-shirt and a Karma cap. Karma cap.
Yeah.
You got Karma underwear?
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
I would love to put on the Karma underwear.
It was a soccer tournament, and I went for it.
Yeah.
Because everyone was there. It was a celebrity tournament. So we go there, and everyone's like...
Where was I? I guess... Hey, newsflash for a guy, if you're multi-talented and you're able to multitask, it means that you can cheat and never be caught.
Damn, TKay.
I know.
Yeah, I'll say...
Welcome to the Juice.
I'll say you can. I mean, if you can multitask the talents, then you can multitask the women too.
Hey! We should play a disclaimer. Hey! My brother...
He's an amazing host, and he's going to have many more amazing people on his show. And I just hope that you guys grow with him on his journey. And we never know how big this is going to get. So let's just see where you take this. Take this Juice 2.0. All
right.
Bizo la me ke bofelo ke batla go tshwana le tshepo ke batla go tshwana tlhalefo ke spana ka thata ke tinto 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 tinto.
All right, Gabs to the B-Dub, Africa, the rest of the world. What's going on? Welcome to the Juice 2.0. I appreciate you so much for stopping by. You're amazing. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you roll with me, and I appreciate that, man. For the next hour or so, you and I will be having a conversation with this amazing young gentleman in B-Dub doing crazy, fantastic things. But before we do that, first question. How are you? Just think about it for a second. Like, how'd you wake up? Did you... Okay. But yeah, and then we get to your comments, right? Let's find out who's been saying what on the Juice 2.0. In case you haven't subscribed to the Juice 2.0 and you are wondering how to do that, click subscribe. That's all. And then you become part of this amazing family, the Juice 2.0. If you're a returning subscriber, yeah. What's going on, fam? I got so much love for you. Bottom of my heart, deep down somewhere in my bones. You make this whole thing work, all right? It's really just because of you, and I appreciate you so much. All right, the comments. On the Kumo Kwadira episode, I have a gesture who says, great episode, wish Miss GK's had more time to express herself. That's what I thought too. We didn't have enough time, and she could have definitely expressed herself so much more. But we'll try to, clock it up, lock it in one more time, and have a great, longer conversation. And then I also have Politic who says, are we really hard to please as Botswana, or we are slowly and surely showing we know our worth? By the way, you're doing well, Kumo. There's so much potential in you. Thank you so much for commenting. I appreciate you so much. Let's check out who said what on whose episode. Yep. Okay. I'm not going to read that because I don't like it. Pardon me. Or should I just read it? Let's just be, democratic, I guess. Mafia thinks the background music during the interview is jarring. Could you please turn it off? I guess... I'm sorry about that, but I can't turn it off. It gives me different vibes, but because we're trying to be democratic, I had to read it, and I appreciate your constructive criticism. How did I do? I did well, right? Yeah? PR! Hey! All right, let's see who else said what. As I turn on the background music. Shady. Katie Mulusiwa, I have Katleho. Hey, what's going on, my brother who says, Lizozo, my crush. You go ahead and do your thing, man. Shoot your shot. Life is too short or long, whatever it is. And then I have, let's see, who else? Come on. There are very, very nice comments that I came across, and I just want to, Albako who says, I really like this show. You're a cool guy, TK. I am great and have been great for a while. I appreciate you, man. Right back at you. I appreciate you, brother. I said I appreciate you twice, but who's checking? Dimpe on the Marang Makona episode. Not gonna read that. Okay. Y'all killing me, man. You're killing me, man. I'm fighting for my life, man. R. Kelly, yeah. Bad reference? I don't know. Gosh, what is happening with my head? All right, and then on the Zeus episode, you guys gotta go check out the Zeus episode, man. I have a Utswetsa who says, it's always nice to hear from B-Dub's finest, and to be honest with you, TKay, that top 5 is so on point. I was a bit disappointed when he didn't mention Apollo, but hey, he finally did. One love. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. On the Lati episode, I have Usher. What's going on? No, at user_something. Well-spoken guy and very candid. That's Lati right there. All right, I got one more. I guess I can squeeze in one more. Lock it in. I can't find some of the... Okay, on the Piano Sunsets episode that we posted the other time, I have a Gigi who says, big up TKay, dope coverage of the event. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you so much for stopping by the G2 Point, because you already know that we got some of the coolest people stopping by, and it's for a conversation, and for so many of them, it's for me to introduce them to you. But if you already knew them, it's like, finally, man, we get to catch up with some of our favorites, man. And this dude, his name, Hippy Bambino. I need you to put your hands together for this young creative man, Hippy Bambino. What's going on, son?
I'm good. How you doing, TK?
I'm great, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You come very, very highly recommended. Very highly recommended. And I started wondering, like, why is this guy highly recommended? And then somebody sent me this. Apparently, you're a multimedia and fashion designer, well known for your work as a creative director and founder of a clothing brand, KAYAMA.
Yes.
Which is what you got on right now.
Yes, sir.
KAYAMA t-shirt and a KAYAMA cap. KAYAMA cap.
Yeah.
You got KAYAMA underwear?
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
I would love to put on the KAYAMA underwear. You know, because you could put it on, you push down your pants to somebody that deserves some karma. I didn't think that correct.
Yeah,
it's not working. Yeah,
KAYAMA, you know.
Help me, you know. How Anyway, KAYAMA underwear coming soon. Coming soon. And you've also worked with different artists in the merchandise scene, such as Sampati, The Great, Banty, Cleo Ice Queen, etc. Hippy, apparently you went on to start your own clothing brand in April of 2022.
Yes, sir.
And you continue to be making your mark, not only in clothing, but also recently in the music scene. On the music scene, by being the creative director for Banty and Visos Off the Vapors too.
Yes, sir.
Like what? And your pronouns are he, him, goat. So you jumping on the pronoun stuff, okay?
Yeah.
And you achieve top status in everything you do and raise the Botswana flag while you at it.
Yes, sir. That's me. Hippy Bambino.
Hippy Bambino. I appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you once again.
Let's talk about it, man. You highly recommended for this show. And I was like, okay, all right, let's check it out.
Yeah.
And then I found out these things. Take me to where it began, man. Who are you? Where are you from? Let's talk about it.
All right. Hippy Bambino. I'm a Zambian, but I've been living in Botswana all my life from 2000.
You're Zambia. It's giving Zambia.
It's giving Zambia.
That's the actual accent right there.
It's giving Zambia.
So you're Zambian born?
Yeah. I'm Zambian born, but I've been raised here all my life. So from 2000, I was born in 98. So from 2000, we've been here. And I'm a creative guy. I've been a creative, and graphic design was where it all started.
Okay.
That's what I was known for to start with. So graphic design, I'd make posters, I'd make flyers and all that. Then lockdown happened.
So
when lockdown happened, I was exploring what else I could do in the graphic design element though. So one day I'm doing merchandise design, and music is like the motivator for me with all my designs.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to Sampa the Great. So I decided, I was like, you know what, let me try t-shirt designs.
Yeah.
So I make like 4, then my young sister tells me, yo, post these on social media. And I wasn't someone who really liked posting my stuff.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, you know what, let me hear out. So 6 p.m. I post, and I've got posting anxiety, right? Where I don't like seeing the likes as the minute goes by. So I go off social media, come back the next day, turn on the Wi-Fi, the notifications are buzzing.
Wow.
People are just there like, yo, Hippy, have you checked your phone?
Yeah.
Then I check my phone and somebody's like, yo, we need this.
Are you serious?
Like now.
That's nuts, bro.
And from there, we just started moving with the wave. And essentially, people started buying onto the hype as well because I would post different designs. Different artists started jumping on. Worked with Cleo Ice Queen.
Yeah. Cleo Ice Queen, former Big Brother housemate. Don't know which year. That was Zambian chick.
Yes.
Dated Hakeem. That was my favorite Big Brother. Everything else that came, that was Africa.
Yeah.
Nah. Wasn't my thing. But it must have been great working with Cleo.
Yeah, it
Ice
was.
Queen, yeah.
It definitely was. I mean, not having experience as well coming into this because it was just graphic design. So you'd also get to learn about the clothing aspect of everything.
Yes,
and that's what sort of fueled as well me coming into KAYAMA because people would see the designs and they're like, yo, Hippy, we see what you're doing. But then it's like, we have to wait for that artist to have a rollout plan so we can support you doing what you're doing. So it started being a thought like, okay, maybe I can do the whole clothing thing. And people would be like, yo, Hippy, do the clothing thing. But I kept on making excuses. I'm not going to lie because it was just like, it's too much. Even just starting, I don't know where I'll start from. Then I just prayed about it. You know? God kept on showing KAYAMA in like a dream, but it was only the reverse R. In the KAYAMA that kept on showing, but it was 5 letters and I kept on seeing it. So I was like, okay, you know what? I feel like this thing is now coming to life, you know? So I decided, let me just design. One day, let me stick to
let's do it,
this whole thing and try and see. Then it just came. KAYAMA, then I put the Hippy Bambino. I was like, this is the one.
So where did the name come from? What inspired the name KAYAMA?
KAYAMA, it was literally just from God, to be honest.
It's crazy that you say that. This is the second time you say that and I almost let it slip.
I'm not going to, like, it wasn't
How does God inspire the name KAYAMA? Isn't that like this 2 different spectrums of spirituality anyway?
The thing is, it kept on being a dream. It was 5 letters and the R was in reverse and it was in the middle. So I kept on thinking, I was like, what word has 5 letters but the R is in the middle? And when it came, it just felt right. So I designed it and the design looked nice. Placed the Hippy Bambino under, it looked nice. I was like, no, this is definitely it.
So no specific meaning that you're attaching to your clothing brand when you put the name KAYAMA? Because you know what KAYAMA means, right?
Yes, I do. So there was no specific meaning. But then over time, I got to realize the way KAYAMA works, it's like what you give is what you get, right?
Of course.
So in this case, I'm giving people fashion. I'm giving people a good sense of fashion in my style. And I'm getting it back when people wear what they think is cool from what I do.
I see. It works. So what, 2 years into it now or a year into your clothing brand?
A year and 3 months.
A year and 3 months.
Yeah.
And I think I heard somebody say something last night about how many people have worn your clothing brand. Several names came up, man. Have you worked with Marang?
Recently. Yeah.
How was that working with Marang?
With her, it wasn't really.
This is still around we're talking about, yeah?
It wasn't really like working per se. It was a thing of, there was a soccer tournament. And I went for it. Because everyone was there. It was a celebrity tournament. So we go there and everyone's like.
Where was I? I guess. News flash. Anyway, please continue.
So there's a soccer tournament and we're all just like mingling and socializing. Then we got to meet each other in person. Basically, because it was just like a whole social media thing where you share this, you share that. Then we just said that I mess with your brand. And she's like, she messes with my brand too. So I got Sati, she got KAYAMA. We did a thing and everyone just loved the feedback from that. Just like, okay, so local is supporting local. And these are 2 brands that are also just like a year experience.
Of course. So where's my t-shirt, man?
Your t-shirt is coming.
Where's my cap?
Your t-shirt and your cap is coming. That's a promise.
And my underwear. When the line drops.
When the line drops, I think I'll just call you to do that shoot.
You know what I mean?
I think you should be
you need me for the underwear shoot,
You should be the guy for,
Hercules type shit.
Hercules type.
KAYAMA underwear. Where should the KAYAMA be? Like, in the front or at the back?
Okay, that will be discussed in the future.
We need it in the front. We need it in the front. Karma. All right, I'm rocking with Hippy Bambino in the building, man. Text him, call him. You know him. You're being introduced to him for the first time. Hey, ask him questions, comment on whatever it is. If you've seen his t-shirts as well, and a few people that have rocked his stuff, hey, you have your say. Don't you dare let this show pass without you saying something. All right, we're going to check out some music and then we're back with more Hippy Bambino. 27 is your time. Big shout out going out to Suffocate. If you know, you know. If you get it and you don't get it, forget it. How does that thing go again? Anyway, we're back with more Hippy Bambino in the building, man. We're talking about all things brands, clothing brands, young brothers doing their thing. And before we get back into the conversation, big shout out going out to Rati who is tuned in. She says, I never miss your show. I'm like, oh my goodness, man. That just really warms my heart. Somebody try to call. Try again. I didn't see that there. Call back. So big shout out going out to Rati. I appreciate you so much. You tuned in. Could be driving, could be at your house, whatever you're getting up to in this really, really cold weather. Appreciate you for getting some warmth from the Juice 2.0. Also, yo, Obi Twice in the building. Big shout out going out to Obi Twice. Also part of the Juice 2.0 family right there. First of the subscribers when it was still growing. And for that, man, I'm super grateful. Yo, bro. So these brothers are telling me that they've worked with you. Yo, let's hear some testimonials. Talk to me, man. You know, you were telling me you got on TikTok introducing Wings, ladies and gentlemen, who is part of the crew recording things in the building.
True.
Yeah, what's happening?
I'm alright. Can't complain.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I did get on TikTok because of KAYAMA.
Yeah.
Hippy Bambino.
Yeah.
He's the creative director for the album that I'm working on.
Dope.
So we just had a teaser video that we had to do, and we're actually making a line of his.
Yeah.
So, what is it? From the bedroom to
Gab City.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
also, is it possible to get visuals of Wings when he's talking? This guy's terribly single, man. I want to put him out there.
Oh my.
Well then.
It's like well done.
Terribly single.
Wings is
In
terribly
quotations,
terribly single.
Terribly.
Yo, Wings, I
the
got
world
you.
didn't need to know, but
It's the Juice 2.0. So you guys actually have a working relationship, yeah?
yeah, we do.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Creative. You were saying it's a very, very small ecosystem, right? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tabz, my creative director. Yeah.
The people at Good Vision are all terribly single. So
Excuse me?
except the
Thank you.
female
The female
Thank you.
crew member.
female crew member.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me about KAYAMA, man. How do you guys know each other? Hippy Bambino.
I honestly kind of forgot how we started working. It was probably on some graphic design thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember exactly what I wanted.
Lemon
But it was just
squeezy
something.
merchandise.
Yeah, probably something like
That
that.
was it.
Merch.
Yeah, it
But
was
then we
merch.
just became cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
That's dope, man.
For sure.
It's good to know that my people know your people. It's my people know you and you know my people. It's
Yeah.
like what he said, small ecosystem.
yeah.
And it
That's
works
what
that
it
way. Tell me about the ecosystem in your industry and what you're doing and trying to do right. B-Dub. How's the environment looking? Are people helping each other? Your brand, are people helping it grow?
Yeah.
What just describe how it is characterized when you're doing your thing.
Personally, when I started the whole clothing brand,
Yeah.
I came in knowing what I wanted to do. Exactly. Having had the experience working with other artists, I knew exactly what I was going to do. And it was just a matter of saying, okay, I have to be patient
Yeah.
about the whole thing and not expect people to jump on this immediately, but
Yeah.
essentially they will.
Right.
And when they started jumping on it, they started jumping on it.
Nice.
Just like you've mentioned, having Marang, someone as big as Marang now,
Yeah.
rocking KAYAMA,
Yeah.
is a thing for me now, because it's like, okay, I've done my part,
Yeah.
and people are supportive
And
over the whole thing.
And very soon, TKay rocking your underwear.
Yeah, and very soon TKay
Big things.
rocking the
Big-
KAYAMA underwear,
big
because if you
things.
say my underwear, that's just crazy.
Big things, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, everyone's supportive, and I got to understand that people view me bigger than I view myself.
There's
because-
always that thing, bro. Like, thank you very, very much for bringing that point, man. I just got to ride on that. Like, we need people. And whenever I say this, people always think, oh my God, there goes the attempts to be very philosophical about things.
Yeah.
But you got to hear it sometimes from people.
Yeah.
How great you are. Because looking in the mirror every day, there's that imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, am I really this guy? Am I really this lady? Am I really this great or not? So when people say that and they see things bigger than how you view it. It's like, it's incredible. It feels
It's an incredible feeling, to be honest, because you're there, you're doing your stuff, and like we had said off air, I'm not someone who shows my face in these environments. I just like the brand being the brand as itself. So when you come out, it's like you hear first-hand perspectives from people when they're talking about it, but they don't know that it's you. Just be there like, hey, that brand, I'm seeing it and all that. And you're hearing it and it's like, oh, you people are actually putting me up here. You know, so it's an incredible feeling. And, you know, also being in a space where I'm now more connected with the people in the music industry, the musicians and the like. You enter those and people are just like, yo, KAYAMA, we need KAYAMA in this scene. They're always trying to put KAYAMA on and above.
So you're incredibly talented, right? Because if you're multi-talented. If you're doing clothing things and then you quickly shift over to creative direction of some music videos with people as big and huge and super talented as Banty and Vizo, that's talent to me right there. How do you balance that? Is there a switch or everything is an ecosystem?
Everything is an ecosystem. Because I think for me, all my talents are playing around in whatever environment. Whenever I'm linking with people, it's just like, oh, there's this that I can contribute. There's this other aspect that I can contribute. So there's the clothing, there's the design aspect, there's just the natural creative aspect. So all of that just fit themselves in one room. So it's not really much of a shift for me.
I like that. Do you think for a guy, if you're multi-talented and you're able to multitask, it means that you can cheat and never be caught?
Damn, TKay.
I know.
Yeah, I'll say.
Welcome to the juice.
I'll say you can. I mean, if you can multitask the talents, then you can multitask the women too.
Hey, we should play a disclaimer. Hey, my brother.
The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily of the station, its management, or its advertisers.
What is the sound? Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Hey.
Wait. Guys, I hope there's a part in the angle that shows TK's face when he asked that question. It really was a question where he knew the answer that was coming.
No, I really didn't.
I'm your inner voice speaking out for you. I'm your inner voice, please.
It explains the shock, man. I thought you were going to be like a really, really good PR about it. You know what? Like, of course, if you can...
But this is not saying that we do that. Just a disclaimer as well. But you can put that disclaimer sound.
It's too late, son.
You can put that disclaimer sound again.
It's too late, son. It's too late, son.
This opinion is 100% for the Jews. And not
too late to apologize. Hey, man, you also said it like you believe it, man. Like you spoke from experience, bro. Like, yo, hey, bro, if you can, yeah.
He
then
said,
you can.
well, duh.
There was a well, duh right before that. Like, bro. Anyway, talk to me about your relationship, man. You seeing somebody when it's what was that? You know, as young men, right? I wish people had this conversation with me, right?
Yeah.
Because then you get very busy with this and that, and for a person like you, you're definitely busy, right?
Yeah.
If you're seeing somebody, there's always going to be a few problems with regards to attention, the giving of it or the lack thereof, whatever it is, you know, to each his own. If you, as Hippy Bambino, are getting up to this and that, I imagine you're having long nights maybe, you're out there doing this and that.
Yeah.
How's your relationship working? Is it working, being Hippy Bambino? Is this person that you're seeing happy with your lifestyle? Do they understand that you actually got to make money, you actually got to be creative, and that demands time?
Okay, so I think for me, whoever I get involved with, I mentioned it from the get-go.
Yeah.
So
you're single, huh?
Yeah, right now I'm single.
Okay.
So I mentioned it from the get-go that this is my life. This is what fuels me every day, from the bedroom to the mall. That's the slogan for KAYAMA, because everything started from the bedroom. They have to know that, and they have to know that I can give my attention, but that brand is gonna come first, because that's what...
Just a second. For the underwear, from the bedroom to... Think about it.
I hear you. I want to finish that sentence.
Please.
But I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. But...
My man.
But yeah, it's just a thing where it's the first thing that has to be off the bat, even when someone starts talking to me.
Yeah.
I say that this is my life and this is what comes first. So you have to be in a position where you're ready to accept that there are gonna be days where I'll pick this first, because it also was a brand that was built in a space where I had nothing
going on.
Yeah, I never really had something serious going on for myself.
Why not?
So, I mean, you've got this thing where you're working with other people and you don't, like I'm saying, you don't really think of stuff that you can do for yourself. It's only as time goes by where people start saying, they start unlocking the thoughts for you, basically saying that, you know what, I see you like this, and you start seeing it for yourself and you move towards it.
How old are you, man?
24, going to 25.
Oh, you're young. You're young.
Very young.
Let's secure some bag, make some money, and then we'll talk about how young you are and your understanding of business, having been super newly introduced into it. I think there's a difference between experience, age, and a lot of other things that you can consider when you're in business. Yep, chilling with Hippy Bambino. We'll be back after some money that we have to make. World, we're back with this young cat. I felt like Jay-Z right there. Back with this young cat, Hippy Bambino. Yeah, so age, business. You're 24, yeah?
Yeah.
What is your understanding of business anyway?
It wasn't much coming into KAYAMA. It was just the basic of the, just the daily
supply, demand. Demand, supply,
and all that. But as time went, and this is something that I admit a lot when people ask me about it. When I first started KAYAMA, already there was some hype that went to it because everything was so well thought, everything was so well planned.
Right.
And I looked at it on the brand perspective.
Yeah.
But when it came to the money perspective, I got a bit selfish.
Of course.
As it started, because you're now seeing, you're beating what you expected. And when you're beating what you expected, it's like, oh, I can make this money like this. And again, you also have that attention that's coming when people also get to see you and you're trying to like impress, or you're trying to mix in with a lot of these socialites that are spending, and you're like, oh, I can equally spend as much. But then that time it's with brand money and it's not with personal money.
Oh, that's happened before?
That's happened. The starting of KAYAMA, 100%.
Yeah.
There was that greed that came through where it's like, okay, you're invited to a certain space.
Yeah.
You know you don't have the money for that space, but then you're like, oh, let me just borrow.
Yeah.
Since I've sold like maybe 10 t-shirts this week, let me borrow some, make some. And you keep on having that mentality to say, okay, I'll replace it when I sell some more t-shirts. And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't.
It doesn't,
And that's when I like completely just shut it down and said, you know what? Business money is business money.
Of course.
Let me watch more videos on how people actually go about this, because I think I went into it as well wanting to get that exposure. And once I got that exposure with the brand, the money started coming, and the money sort of got to me in the beginning, and I didn't have a proper understanding of how to manage the money within a business. So over time, I just started learning about it. But the beginning was I
shaky. I think it's a little justified. You went into it raw, So at the end of the day, it's like let's stop. Don't do that. Anyway, so would you attribute that to age? And if you do, did it change because you grew older, or it simply became, okay, I gotta change because this is happening, I'm getting broke, I can't afford certain things? What was the switch?
Age plays a big... I think it's just the experience. Once you have the experience of going through certain down points, when you just now sort of build it in your head as well, say, you know what, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
This lifestyle isn't for me. So you take those lessons and you try and learn. So it's not really about the age. It's just about going through certain experiences to build you.
Yeah.
So I think for me, that was my experience.
Speaking about places and spaces that you enjoy going out to, man, what do you like doing on a weekend, bro? What is your vibe? What is Hippy Bambino getting up to?
On a weekend?
When you have a little bit of cash in your pocket, right? What do you get up to?
What do I get up to? I'm not really someone that goes out as much anymore.
Okay.
Well, ever since I had the brand as well. Because I was one person who just wanted the brand out there. So for me, that's all that matters. On the weekend, as long as one or two people are in KAYAMA, then it's like, okay, there's a win. But if I do want to go out, then maybe it could be simple restaurant vibes.
Yeah.
Rhapsodies, Sibile.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Those kind of settings.
The boys.
Just the boys, something simple, Kanakang kind of vibes.
Right.
Easy lunch and the vibes. So yeah.
Okay.
Nothing hectic.
Do you ever get like super drunk?
No, I can.
Do you drink
handle my
alcohol?
liquor. I do.
You do,
heavily.
Heavily.
But when I say heavily, it's like when I do drink, I make sure that I drink, but I can handle it to a very good extent.
Yeah.
So I don't have those stumbling, blackouts,
Right.
vomiting. Like no.
You sound and seem like a person who really wants to take care of his brand. You know, like you don't want your personality or whatever you get up to have a bad what's the word?
Bad rep, just for lack of a better word.
Bad rap. And why is that so important to you?
I think coming into the whole aspect of also growing.
Yeah.
That's now where I'll play the age thing.
Right.
You realize that there's certain ways that you shouldn't really come to portray yourself as. If you're having a brand, you want to do business, and people know you as someone who's just constantly within the alcohol.
Right.
They'll obviously just have that thought. I mean, you know your character, you know yourself, but then obviously I'm now in a space where I'm having a brand that doesn't 100% rely on my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like everyone else has to now have their say. So I'm one person who's very cautious about keeping my brand as is, where it's the luxury streetwear clothing brand, one that's just known for doing what it does best, making good clothes, making nice designs, collaborating with as many people as possible.
Right.
So my personal life shouldn't be something that should taint. It should actually be something that should boost.
I like that.
And I think hence also just not having the face on social media as well, because I don't want the attention. Personally, I don't mind the attention.
Yeah.
I want the attention. If it can go to KAYAMA, then that's a win for me.
Yeah.
Like for me, I don't need it.
I like that.
I'm not in a space where I need it.
You sound like you have a very good head on those shoulders, man. Like right? He sounds like a legit young man. 24 years old.
Yeah.
Brand is coming up. Just a year and 3 months. Clothing brands, right?
Yeah.
In B-Dub, there's definitely big names that you can mention.
Yeah.
We're not going to mention them here because it would be advertising, right?
Yeah.
But huge names. When you get into the space, what are the thoughts? What are the feelings? What are the, ideas that are coming in when you sort of look at these people that have already kind of done it, are doing it, and it's at a hugely blown, scale? What are the thoughts as a young guy trying to get into the same space?
Is this us talking local?
Local, yeah.
So
because you know the names.
Yeah.
You know the
my
names.
My focus isn't on local.
Okay.
My focus, whenever I'm making a design, it has to be something that can be worn internationally.
Okay.
Because even when I started KAYAMA, it was a thing of looking at the Botswana local brands that are here.
Yeah.
And I'd always pose the question, say, if you traveled, TKay, if they told you, let's go Afro Nation, right?
Yeah.
Carry 3 local brands in your suitcase.
Yeah.
Local streetwear brands in your suitcase.
Yeah.
I bet already right now, that's a hard thought for you, thinking about it.
If I had to go Afro Nation.
3 local
and
brands.
I have to have 3 local brands.
That you can push.
That I can push
say,
in my bag.
Yeah.
I think I have 2, yeah.
You see?
I have 2.
So that's kind of where KAYAMA comes to bridge that gap.
Right.
Because the same way we are a local brand, it's the same way Adidas is a local brand in its country.
Right.
It's the same way Nike is a local brand in the state. All of them are local brands, but they're international because of the way they pushed. So KAYAMA is kind of trying to do the same thing for Botswana in a sense that it's local here, but it's also internationally well respected.
Yeah.
Just from the vibes that are being given out, the whole aesthetic and the whole give out.
I like that.
The whole brand look.
So
my attention is not
international.
Local.
Do you pick from? I get that, and I can respect that really deeply. By the way, but do you have things that you pick up from people that are doing it big in B-Dub?
Yeah, there are some, because I mean, every day in the clothing industry is also a learning experience.
Okay,
that's one thing I can tell you.
Yeah,
it's one where you get to understand as well. Because I mean, in as much as my mindset is more international, you have to be also realistic and do market research on the local ground and see how people are feeding into certain brands. And you say, okay, you know what? I've got my strategy.
Yeah.
But is there a way that I can possibly implement something else that works locally?
Yeah.
For some other people? And there are times where, like I'm saying, it's a learning experience. You can get advice from people and just say, hey, I'm trying to launch this, I'm trying to do this, but I kind of need a second opinion.
Of course.
how you think it's
Very
gonna
important.
be in the local industry before I go ahead. Because I'm one person that takes it head on, but a second opinion is always important as well, just from the ground.
When it comes to clothing brands and B-Dub, one issue that I think me personally I have had, and maybe I also speak for a few people that have had the same issue, is always been quality.
Yeah.
Right? Quality. Great design, cool. It looks amazing. But the fabric that this design is on, right, is something that you're gonna rock for a week, and then after a week it's like
wash and wear.
You know what I mean? So that's been an issue. But lately I see, you know, clothing brands and B-Dub are really coming up with, you know, real authentic stuff. The question that I want to ask you is, where do you get your stuff? What is manufacturing looking like for you?
Okay, so...
And is quality important to you?
Quality is important. I'll answer that one
first.
Quality is always important because you don't want something in someone's closet that they can wear once or twice. You want it to be a lifetime.
It really breaks my heart. It breaks my heart when that happens.
For me, KAYAMA is not just a brand. It's also an experience. So I need that experience to be lifetime. It's an out-of-body experience. You're experiencing an out-of-body, he, him, ghost,
this
clothing vibe. So
for me, KAYAMA is not it's an experience. An out-of-body experience. Dog, this is what we're going to do with the underwear, all right? Yo, for you and KAYAMA underwear, it's not going to be just once off. It's a lifetime experience from your bedroom to the mall. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll get you for the voiceover when I start working.
That
sentence came out.
We are signing the contract.
That sentence came out a bit too nice. That last one. But yeah.
Tell me.
The quality is something that's very important because, like I'm saying, you need it to be a lifetime kind of clothing brand. And sourcing, it's mixed. There are times when I source from here, but most of the times it's from South Africa.
SA.
As well, because the material is good there and I have a good working relationship with my suppliers that side.
Dope.
Yeah.
I like that, man. 11:50 is your time, and when we come back with more Hippy Bambino, it'll be just to wrap up. But sadly, you know, it's sad because time's, I don't know how we are already at 9 minutes before we wrap up.
Sadly.
I know.
Sadly.
But yeah, when we come back, we say goodbye, and maybe we can find out how we can get a hold of Hippy Bambino if you need to. Yeah, well, we're back to just wrap it up. I'm sad about this because time is super jealous. But yo, how do we wrap up? What is the plan for KAYAMA? Obviously, there's underwears coming. We appreciate that. But what do you have as ideas and plans for KAYAMA in the next 2, 3, 5 years?
2, 3, 5 years, we should have expanded.
Yes, sir.
To other countries. Because right now we're selling in 2, Botswana and Zambia.
Okay.
So I think maybe 5 years, it should reach maybe 6 countries.
Dope.
6 countries should be
good. I see that for you, man. So much love for you, my brother. I appreciate you stopping by, although for a little bit. We could definitely try and find out if we can speak longer some other time.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on social media for interaction?
All right. Instagram at Hippy Bambino. Twitter, Hippy Bambino. And the clothing brand, KAYAMAgram on Instagram.
KAYAMAgram.
TikTok, KAYAMA Talk.
KAYAMA Talk.
And Facebook, KAYAMA by Hippy Bambino.
Dope. I appreciate you, my brother. One time, all the best. Godspeed in your things.
Thank you for having me, TKay.
One time. Hippy Bambino, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate his time. Appreciate him sharing in some of this, amazing creative things that he's getting up to. You support that. You support B-Dub. That's my time, and I am going to leave you in the wonderful hands of Joey Joe, who's taking care of you from 12 to 3 p.m. Gabz, July is happening. Go check it out. B-Dub, everywhere you are, you go do it, man. It's been amazing. Tomorrow we do it same time, same place. This is the Juice 2.0. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube because we're almost at 15K subscribers, and that's all because of you. So much love. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. One time. Peace. I'm out of here. What's going on, YouTube? My name is TKay of the Juice 2.0. I'm just here to say thank you very much for checking our video, and click subscribe, like, and the notification button for more content just like that.